What's going on, guys? Craze here. Welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077. So the issue with CD Projekt Red and the full-blown cyber attack is still ongoing, and actually we might just see its culmination right now, because earlier today there was a full-on bid for the entire source code, and the bid, get this, started at $1 million. Well, according to the most recent news, it seems that there was indeed a buyer. The purchase was indeed complete for, of course, an undisclosed amount of money. We will discuss that in this video because we do have some more information on that, as well as the CEO of CD Projekt Red coming in with some more details, and the fact that this entire ordeal might or might not affect the pace at which we will see the updates for Cyberpunk 2077 in the short term. But here is basically what happened earlier today, because as I've said, the entire source code for these two games, and I believe way more, was auctioned on a Russian website. Yeah, and this is of course following the fact that CD Projekt Red gave that official statement where they pretty much acknowledged the hack and the fact that they would not give in to the demands nor negotiate with said hackers. Of course, they did get that 48-hour grace period to give in to the demands. They never did, point at which the entire source code for Cyberpunk 2077, for Witcher 3, I believe that also for Gwent, were posted on a bidding website earlier today with a really interesting starting bid of about $1 million, which is absolutely insane. So according to the sources, the hackers have surfaced on a Russian hacking forum called Exploit, and yeah, the website then reports that a user by the name of Red Engine has claimed to have the source code for Cyberpunk, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales, and will be selling off the data today, check this out, with a starting bid of $1 million, but will also accept a flat payment of just $7 million US, because yeah, why not? We also have of course the proof right here from VX Underground that first reported on the news earlier today, but here we have a screenshot of the forum post over on the Exploit website, of course, Thronebreaker, Witcher 3, and surprisingly enough, it again mentions that undeclared, unpublished Witcher 3 game, which in this case, according to the information, would include ray tracing as well. So maybe that's the version of Witcher 3 that we will see on the next generation of consoles, and of course Cyberpunk 2077 when talking about the games. But it also shows that the data includes dumps of internal documents and, surprisingly and suspiciously, a CD Projekt Red folder with offenses for some reason. Why would CD Projekt Red even keep something like that out in the open, as if they would really want to get caught red-handed? I'm not really sure if it usually happens. Maybe it's just an oversight, or maybe in this case the hackers discovered something that even CD Projekt Red did not think of hiding. But the auction started at 1 PM Moscow time, and there's also some proof about this being 100% legit, proof that VX Underground has also obtained. So we can see right here a file with a ton of info dump right here regarding those game files, so a ton of stuff. I'm not really sure if this qualifies as proof. If you're knowledgeable about this stuff, let me know down below, because this looks like just data strings and like internal folders and documents of the game files, and that's pretty much it. But if you have better ideas than I have, let me know down below. But this is not where it all ends, because it gets even crazier from here, and apparently rumors suggest that the auction not only happened, it was a success, and someone has already purchased the stolen CD Projekt Red data, according to VX Underground over on Twitter. But of course there's no amount that was disclosed, and also no screenshots to provide at the time being. Okay, so quick update right as I'm filming this, because it seems that we do have a screenshot of the fact that auction got closed. So the same user came in with an update. An offer was received outside of the forum that satisfied us, with the condition of course of further non-distribution in this regard. And this also raises the question, what do you think the end price was for all of this stolen data? Because personally I think that this is just smoke on the water. I think that this is just a bunch of baloney. Personally, I think that the prices right there were just for the show, because yeah, everybody knows that this is gonna generate clicks. Everybody knows that it's a hot topic right now to talk bad about CD Projekt Red, and Cyberpunk has been in the hot water for pretty much a month at this point, and it generates clicks. So I think what happened in this case is maybe the auction never happened or even completed in the first place, or if it did, it got sold for a substantially lower amount than it was advertised on that thread right there. I'm pretty sure that at this point it's just something that the hackers have done just so that they can bargain down and get a better price rather than starting with a lower price and then having to negotiate even lower, because it doesn't make any sense. Who would pay millions of dollars for the source code of just a bunch of single player games, some of which already got their modding tools released online? So at least that is out of the window. The only other two possibilities is to just hack users or maybe just sell the data at other companies, but then again, these are single player games that can be played fully offline, so how would you hack somebody that just plays offline? At the same time, it also raises the question, what would another company, if they were to steal this or buy this, even do with it in the first place? Because you can't create another game and sell it without being subjected to a ton of lawsuits and a ton of losses, unless you were probably from some country that didn't have any provisions for that, which I'm not really sure where that would be. So let me know down below, maybe I'm just missing things, but at this point it just doesn't make any sense for anyone to pay even more than a few $100s for the entire source code for this. Maybe it's just me. But at the same time, let's also talk about the fact that the CEO of CD Projekt Red did admit that this entire ordeal with the cyber attack might, well, actually will affect the pace of work in the short term, which mostly probably translates to how soon we will get updates for Cyberpunk 2077, because yeah, obviously now CD Projekt Red has to put in a ton of effort and allocate a ton of resources towards implementing proper cybersecurity measures and also dealing with this entire cyber hack themselves. So currently we are primarily investigating the incident itself, trying to secure the infrastructure and restore data according to Adam Kaczynski. According to all of the rules, information is regularly saved in the form of backups, which is something that they have said in the previous announcement as well. But then he also says that it's too early to talk about the long-term effects of the attack, but it will definitely affect the pace of development in the short term. And yeah, then he goes on to explain that it turns out that the burglars have caused really serious damage, and then the leaders will definitely publish an extraordinary report for investors where they will explain everything in more detail. So far this information is considered confidential, so this is pretty much what we have so far on this entire deal. But if you're a person who enjoys Cyberpunk 2077 or who doesn't enjoy it and just wants to see it become better, maybe get more updates, and at the same time you're happy about the fact that CD Projekt Red got hacked, then let me tell you that this is going to affect you as well, because you're now also getting delays for the updates, which should in theory make the game better for you so that you can better enjoy it in the first place. This literally affects everybody, both CD Projekt Red as well as the user base itself. So maybe this in turn will also delay slightly the update for February, who knows, there's no indications of that, but if there will be or if there won't be, I will report on it and I will keep you guys updated. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.